Everyone talks about generating $1,000 a month from dividends like it's just some sort of side hustle. Look, open up a brokerage account, they tell you. Buy some, dividend paying stocks. Collect $1,000 every month while you sleep. The content makes it look achievable in a year or two on some sort of modest salary. Here's the math, okay? It's not impossible, but it's also not what people are telling you. $1,000 per month is obviously $12,000 a year. The capital you need to generate that income, of course, depends entirely on the yield of whatever stock or ETF that you decide to put your money in. The current landscape as of August 2026, Realty Income, ticker O, the monthly dividend company. We see it everywhere. It currently yields approximately 5%. It just paid its 673rd consecutive monthly dividend and has raised its payout 135 times since going public in 1994. Monthly dividend, 27 cents a share. The stock trades around $58 a share. AT&T, ticker T, currently yields at approximately 4.8%. The company recently raised its quarterly dividend by 20% after 16 consecutive flat quarters and is targeting $45 billion in total shareholder returns through 2028. That dividend increase is huge. Altria, ticker symbol MO, currently yields approximately 5.8 to 6%. The tobacco company's core business model, raising prices to offset declining cigarette volumes, continues to generate some nice reliable cash flow. Forward P of approximately 13, one of the cheaper yields in the high yield space. We got to talk about JEPI. The JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF currently yields approximately 8%, monthly payer. Its next ex-dividend date is August 3rd. The August distribution is projected between 37 and 41 cents a share here, okay? Those are four of the most discussed dividend income vehicles right now in the market, okay? Each one generates a different amount of monthly income per dollar invested. And that difference changes absolutely everything, how much capital $1,000 a month dream might actually require you to pull off. Here's the framework that makes the math way more honest rather than just a dream. Yield is just one variable in the equation. Capital times yield equals annual income, right? The yield number looks manageable until you work backwards to your capital number. That's when the math starts to hit. A 5% yield sounds solid, but 5% of what? 12,000 divided by 5% is $240,000. That's the capital you need. Not 50K, not 100K, $240,000 sitting in Realty Income or AT&T to generate $1,000 a month. Most people underestimate this number significantly. The YouTube thumbnails showing you $1,000 per month dividends rarely lead with the account balance realistically required to produce this. But let's talk about what $1,000 actually requires of you. Here's the capital requirement at each yield level. At Realty Income, as discussed, 5% yield, you need approximately $240,000 in capital. In shares, that's approximately 3,600 shares of Realty Income at $58 a share. At AT&T's 4.8% yield, approximately $250K. At Altria's 6% yield, approximately $200,000. At $50 a share, that's roughly 4,000 shares that you would need. At JEPI's 8% yield, approximately $150,000. At $57 a share, that's approximately 2,600 shares, a little more. None of those numbers are 50K. None of them are something that you could build in a year of just, moderate savings. The trade-off, though, is huge here behind a higher yield. And this is a nuance that most people don't care, they don't give a crap, and they just skip over this, and they look at the yield table, and they gravitate towards whatever the highest number. Realty Income at 5% has paid and raised its dividend for over 3 decades. The business model, net lease commercial real estate, generates some very stable, predictable rent income regardless of what the stock market is doing. The 5% yield is of course lower, but it's among the most reliable 5% yields in the public markets. Altria at 6% produces the cash flow, but you're owning a company we gotta say, a declining industry. Still one of my favorite stocks, though. Cigarette volumes have fallen every year for decades. We can't excuse that. Altria's management, of course, has offset volume declines with price increases for years. Whether that continues indefinitely is a genuine question, okay? JEPI at 8% generates income from selling ELNs, equity-linked notes on the S&P 500. The distributions they're gonna vary with market volatility. They were 54 cents in June 2025 during a volatile period and 34 cents in calmer months of early 2026. If you need exactly $1,000 a month to cover fixed expenses, JEPI's variable distribution could cause some planning challenges. The honest version is this, though. Higher yield almost always comes with a specific trade-off. It's not usually a deal breaker, just a trade-off worth understanding for yourself before you put your hard-earned money into this. Now, what's the timelines, right? And this is the most part that most dividend content, actually all dividend content, pretty much completely avoids. How long? How long does it actually take to accumulate $200,000, $250,000 in income producing capital? At $500 a month saved and invested at 7% annual return, 20 years to reach $240K. At $1,000 per month, 13 years. At $2,000 invested a month, approximately 8 years. These timelines assume you're reinvesting dividends all along the way as well, which of course accelerates compounding slightly. But the broad picture is clear. $1,000 per month in dividends from quality, reliable income sources is a 10 to 20 year building project for most people, not some 2-year side gig. And that's not discouraging, guys. A 10-year plan that actually works is more valuable than a 2-year plan that doesn't exist. But the timeline has to be honest, right? And that's what most content skips. $1,000 per month in dividends, of course people make that. The math works. Realty Income, AT&T, Altria, JEPI, all of them have produced it for investors who built up enough capital and held through multiple market cycles. The dream is real, okay? It's legitimate. The timeline is what the YouTube thumbnails just imply that just isn't possible for most people so quickly. The two decisions that actually determine whether you get there, how aggressively you save, right, and invest during the accumulation years, and whether you stay invested through the periods when the income, let's be honest, doesn't really feel significant enough to even justify the investments you're making. And the most expensive decision in dividend investing isn't choosing the wrong stock, believe it or not. It's not starting and stopping during the decade when the compounding needs to run without you constantly interrupting this stuff. I personally track combined income target across multiple positions rather than chasing any single, to $1,000 a month. Some positions contribute, give me monthly distributions, some pay out quarterly for me. The covered call layers adds income on top. The goal is a total monthly income number from the full portfolio, not a single number hitting some massive number for me. The $1,000 milestone from any one position, of course it's worth pursuing for us. The broader architecture though, building multiple income streams that produce that number is way more resilient than concentrating in just one name for a single payout. I got some questions for you guys as always down below in the comment section. Number one, after seeing the capital requirements, $150K, $250K for the $1,000 per month, depending on the yield, does that match what you actually have as your expectation, or does the number land differently now that you had a few minutes to think about it? And number two, of the names mentioned, Realty Income, AT&T, Altria, JEPI, which one's trade-off makes the most sense for the situation that you're in right now? Let us know down below in that comment section. If you're just brand new to getting started with all this stuff, you're definitely going to want to attend the full Ark Options Strategy workshop, 90 minutes long. I break down all this stuff and way much more and give you some incredible free gifts. My 15 favorite stocks under $30, my 2 premium calculators, and my full trade lock template. Register for it by clicking the first link in the description of today's video, guys. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.